Movie Bus!
Crime lies hidden in the puzzle, and the truth emerges through reasoning. Detective Stories of Inspector Chimp.
Tales from the Police Academy 6. Bunny caught Maurice the Mole trying to steal a carrot, but Maurice claimed to be blind and accused Bunny of bullying him. Bunny was blamed by the crowd, unable to argue a single word, when suddenly,
Wait!
a lone, strong, brave voice sounded from the crowd.
Excuse me, coming through. Hey, excuse me, thank you. Excuse me, thank you.
A familiar figure pushed through the crowd and hopped onto a table. He held out his arms, gesturing for the crowd to quiet down.
Quiet, everyone. I have a few words to say.
Chuck, what are you doing here?
Bunny looked up in surprise as she watched Junior Chimp standing on the table and scratching his head in embarrassment.
I'm sorry, Bunny. Ever since you and the instructor argued, I've been secretly following you, trying to find a way to slip math problems into your wallet. Hey, don't be angry. And don't worry, I can prove your innocence. Before we take Bunny anywhere, let me ask you 2 questions. First, is this mole really blind?
What? Aren't all moles blind?
You think he's faking?
You? What are you talking about? You don't believe me? Just look at these eyes!
Maurice pointed to his face. His eyes were hidden under a thick layer of fur. They were so small that it was hard to notice them.
We moles always live underground where it's dark. We don't use our eyes much, so they never get very strong. We can't see well.
The mole pretended to cry again. With a sympathetic look, Junior Chimp reached into his pocket and drew out a long strip.
Don't cry, poor mole. I've got something here to cheer you up. It's delicious. Come and get it.
Maurice's nose twitched as a familiar scent came to him.
I've got plenty here. I know you moles like this. Come on.
Junior Chimp continued to pull one long strip after another from his pocket. The strong scent got into Maurice's nose. He took a deep breath, and he couldn't stop drooling.
Wow, dried earthworms, my favorite. Let me eat them.
Maurice hopped up onto the table and stood beside Junior Chimp. Taking the dried earthworms from the hand, he put them into his mouth and started chewing.
Thank you. Dried earthworms are always so tasty. Where did you get these?
From the jailhouse kitchen. You can have all you want when you go to jail.
Good one. You're a funny guy.
It's not a joke. If you can't see a thing, how did you know I was standing on the table? You hopped right up here without a second thought. And how did you know I was holding earthworms?
At these questions, Maurice froze. The crowd of animals all reacted immediately.
Oh yeah, how did he know?
He hopped up onto that table without any trouble.
Yes, he could obviously see where he was going.
Let's make this clear. Your eyesight isn't very good. That is true. But it's because moles are born with poor vision. That's not a disability. You can still see in your own way because
Junior Chimp pointed at Maurice's nose.
you don't need your eyes to see anything. You use your nose.
His nose!
He sees through his nose?
That's right. Moles have a special ability. Because their eyes are so underdeveloped, because they live underground most of the time, they don't need to use their eyes.
The animals all looked at Junior Chimp in amazement. The supermarket manager asked,
But why do you say he sees through his nose?
Well, that's a good question. Moles have a very keen sense of smell, and that creates a sort of map in their head. They can tell where they are on the map by smelling things, even when they can't see.
Junior Chimp darted to a shelf and took out a block of blue cheese. Holding his nose, he stuck the whole block under Maurice's snout.
Ew, that stinks!
What an awful smell!
Get rid of that thing!
Everyone in the crowd covered their noses as they backed down. Maurice tried to get away too, but he ran right off the table. Junior Chimp looked down at him and pulled the block of blue cheese away.
Blue cheese has a strong scent. When a mole smells it, his senses fail and he doesn't know where he's going. This mole isn't blind. He just doesn't see with his eyes like we do. He's only pretending to be disabled to get your sympathy.
That's awful!
So is the rabbit right? Is the mole a thief?
Take him to the police station.
Hey! Wait!
It took Maurice a moment to recover, but he waved his hands now.
Evidence! If you say I stole something, prove it!
Maurice was so arrogant, he must be arrested. But where was the evidence? Tune in to the next episode to find out.